Welcome everybody to Football, the People's Game. Today I'm having with me a special guest today. He's Iroko. Iroko, welcome to the show, Football, the People's Game.
You're welcome to have me today.
Today we are going to be starting from the Premier League. Ruben Amorim is having a bad start to the Premier League. He has played 4 matches in the Premier League and has won just 1. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I'll say that in terms of the games played, winning 1 out of
4
matches, I'll say that the fault is partly from the coach and partly from the players.
Okay, when you say that the fault is partly from the coach and the players, what can you break it down
from the terms of players?
Yes.
You can see that most of the players are very sluggish, lazy, not willing. They are not playing to win.
Okay.
Then the coach, when you have your best players, you use them, especially when you are new in the league. Use your possible best players, like benching Masrai yesterday was not necessary.
Okay.
Starting, forget about Maguire not starting regularly in the Manchester United game.
Yes.
I can boldly say that Maguire is one of the best central backs in Manchester United's defense. Yes, currently.
Okay.
You can see his effect in the game against Arsenal. We were not conceding goals.
Until he was substituted.
Yes, especially from the crosses from set piece and from normal crosses, corners, and all these things. Okay. He was there to intercept, heading them out, clearing them. You see that Delight, Martinez, they are not good with heading
with clearance,
especially with strikers who are bigger than them. Okay. You can see against Wood yesterday.
Okay.
Even Dalot attempting to head the ball, his height was not up to Wood's height.
Okay.
He headed the ball. So in such games, we need a player like Maguire, who is there to clear the ball. Then in terms of the coach, use your best players.
You have made mention of that earlier today.
Yes, use your best players.
I think he has played over 5 matches since he took charge of Manchester United. Yeah. So within this space of 5 matches that he has played, he should have been able to know the players that are good enough to play for him. So I think after 5 matches and still you don't know the persons that can
changing players
give results, then I think the fault is from the coach, just like you said as well. I think I partly. You made mention of Manchester United conceding goals from set pieces, and in recent games, like their last 2 games, one against Arsenal that they lost 2-0, and then yesterday against Nottingham Forest. Let's begin with the match with Arsenal. You know, in that game, Manchester United were absorbing the pressure that Arsenal were mounting on them until the second half, that they conceded 2 goals from set pieces. You know, prior to the game, during the warm-up, Manchester United players were seen practicing how to do the corner clearance. But at the end of the day, during the match, we saw that they conceded 2 goals from same corners against Arsenal. And then some fans are being frustrated. Some of the fans have come out to question the Manchester United player, just like you have earlier done, questioning them, that they have players like Delete, Euro, Maguire, all in that Manchester United squad. Even Mazurai, even Højlund was in that Manchester United game, that are tall enough to do clearance for corners. But at the end of the day, Manchester United conceded 2 goals from set piece, a corner set piece against Arsenal. What do you think? The Manchester United players that are that tall, why are they not using their height? What is the cause of that?
You see, like I said earlier, the players are not willing to play. They are not ready to play. Like the goal the Arsenal defender scored,
Timber and Saliba.
That was especially the second goal.
Yes.
The ball went past Højlund without Højlund jumping.
Okay.
You see that fault came from Højlund.
Okay.
So the players were not actually ready. And in terms of you made mention of Manchester United training during the second half.
Yes, no, it was prior to the game, during the
Okay.
warm-up, before
During
the
the
game,
warm-up.
before the game, it was seen, there was a footage.
They were
that-
practicing
Yes,
during the war.
yes, to do corner
You can't
clearance.
practice during the war. You practice before the war.
Okay.
So when you are practicing during the war, then your enemies will take over you.
Your enemies are
Yes, they are already prepared.
Yeah.
Like Arsenal, they were prepared to use their
Yes.
set pieces.
Yes,
Now Manchester United during the war learning how to shoot the gun. Is that possible?
that is not possible. And
So
at the end of the day, you saw
yeah, you
that
see.
they were
Yes.
wounded with 2 goals
wounded.
against Arsenal,
So
still from the corner
I can
kicks.
see that in the next 2 seasons, Manchester United is not ready with this set of players.
Okay.
They are not competitive players.
Okay.
They are just individual players like Garnacho. They are individual players.
Still with regards to Manchester United conceding 2 goals from set pieces against Arsenal, you know, people are now beginning to see that Arsenal are relying more on the corner kicks, because we have seen that most of the goals that the defenders have scored, Saliba, Timber, and Gabriel, most of the goals that they have scored for Arsenal that have won them results this season were from corner kicks. That is to say, the coach who is in charge of set piece in Arsenal is doing his job. After the game, Manchester United versus Arsenal, Didier Drogba, former Chelsea legend, came out and said that to stop Arsenal from using the corner kicks, it is very simple. You put a player 10 meters away from the corner taker, and then the keepers should come out to take out the sloppy balls with the defenders protecting the keeper. But in recent games, especially the Manchester United games against Arsenal, we have seen that Onana doesn't do that. Onana is always in line of the goal, and it's not coming out.
Not claiming the ball.
What do you have to say in regards to that, especially Onana not coming out? We have seen most keepers like Martinez in Aston Villa are that bold that can take such risks, but Onana is not taking such risks, coming out to give punches to these corner kicks.
You know, there are 2 sets of goalkeepers.
Okay.
The ones that stand in the touchline without coming to claim corner kicks.
Yes.
You see that those kind of keepers have reflex saves, like Bigay, and Hugo Lloris.
Even Manuel Noah.
Yes, and Noah. Yes, and Noah. They have reflect movement towards saving goals in corner kicks.
They have quick reactions.
Yes, they have quick reactions.
Yes, are coming into the box.
But Onana, I don't know what's wrong with him. When you are not good at something, you learn another thing.
Okay.
He's not good at reflect saves, so you come out to claim your corners. Like even David Raya.
Yeah.
Most of the corners played against Arsenal,
he's always coming.
He claimed 90% of the corners. The same with this Manchester United former goalkeeper that plays for.
Is it Dean Henderson?
Yes, Dean Henderson. He's good at punching away corners. Even if he cannot claim them, he'll punch them, or at least make attempts. You see that the players will be afraid to contest with.
When you are bold as a keeper coming out,
the players will be afraid to contest with you. Okay. You can't go and contest against this Everton goalkeeper, Pickford.
Yes, Pickford.
Most players are afraid to contest with him. Even his own players are always afraid to contest when he's coming to claim the ball. But Onana doesn't have that. Instead, his opponent players
are the ones
bullying him in his own 18-yard. You see that? I think Onana not claiming the ball, it has regards to do with a match last season. He tried to claim the ball, but he missed and caused a penalty. Okay. So I don't think Onana is a good keeper that should stay in a club like Manchester United.
I think with these 2 matches, these recent 2 matches, Arsenal and Nottingham Forest that they just played, and we have seen that lapses of Onana not coming out to claim the ball, should be an eye opener to whoever is in charge of the goalkeeping area to like improve Onana on that aspect, because we can see that it is harming Manchester United more than it is helping them. So after last night's game against Nottingham Forest that Manchester United lost 3-2, Manchester United currently sits 13th with 19 points in the Premier League. What does that look promising for Manchester United?
You see that position is very, very disappointing.
Okay. For a club like Manchester
Like
United.
if yes, for Manchester United, you see, when a good club deforms, it doesn't deform to the extent that Manchester United are deformed. Like you see Manchester City now, you can see that they are very deformed.
Okay. And they are
but they are still in the top 4.
Yes.
So if Manchester United is serious with their deformed state, they should be at least 7th position, 6th or 8th, not 13. It's very, very shameful for Manchester United to be in the 13th position after playing 15 games.
Okay. So it doesn't look promising for Manchester United.
I was the one that said that Manchester is still in the
title race. I think I can still remember that.
But I don't think Manchester is still in the position of playing Europa League next season.
Yes.
That
is to say, you see Manchester United ending the season outside the
European spot.
You just made mention of Manchester City struggling in the Premier League and still are able to find themselves in a spot that you can say it's safe. You understand? So in the last 9 matches for Manchester City, we have seen how they have really struggled this season, which is also a bad start in Pep Guardiola's managerial career. In their last 9 games, Manchester City have been able to just win 1 out of the 9 and tying 2. What do you have to say about that Manchester City struggle currently this season?
Well, you see that form is not permanent, but class is forever there.
Okay.
You see their class, even when their form is not there, you see they are still classic.
Okay.
In the way they play.
Okay.
They possess.
Yes, a dynamic.
Yes, they possess. They are confident when they are with the ball. Even when they are losing, they believe they are going to win. You can see them. You can see that in.
That has to be charisma.
Yes,
they
yes.
still have the charisma, even though they are struggling.
Yes, they have the faith of winning. But unlike Manchester United, don't see that. Even when they are winning, they still feel that they are going to lose, or they are not in that position of winning the game yet. But Manchester City is not like that. I know they know within themselves that they are not good currently, but they believe that they are the best.
Okay.
That's the difference between Manchester City and Manchester United currently.
In La Liga, Barcelona drew Real Betis 2-2 yesterday, and Real Madrid were able to win Girona 3-0 yesterday. In La Liga currently, the race for the title is closely knit, right?
Yes.
And Barca sits first position with 38 points. Real Madrid sits second with 36 points. And Atletico Madrid sits third with 32 points.
Yeah.
Remember that Real Madrid still have a game in hand. So if they should win that game in hand, they will go top of the table with 1 point ahead of Barcelona. What do you have to say about that La Liga title race this season?
Well, in the La Liga title race between Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid, they are still in the race. But those clubs, these 3 clubs,
yes,
you don't know the one that is serious and the one that is not serious.
in the last match before, in their last match, I think midweek before this weekend, we saw that Barcelona won, and Real Madrid later in the evening lost to Athletic Club.
Yes,
it would have been a very big chance for Real Madrid to have gone top of the table. But this weekend, we are seeing that Barcelona are tying against Real Betis, and Real Madrid going on to trash Girona 3-0. Goals from Jude Bellingham, Kylian Mbappe, and Andagola.
You see that the previous matches for these 3 clubs,
yes,
the ones that we hoped they are going to win, but the ones they lost.
Okay.
Look at Madrid losing to Atletico Bilbao.
Yes.
And Barcelona losing to Las Palmas. Same goes to Atletico Madrid.
Yes.
When we have lost hope of them not winning this weekend's match,
that is when they all came out.
They won, except Barcelona. Barcelona, they always dominate the game. They possess. They even I think 10 of their players, except for the goalkeeper, will always be
At the middle line.
at the middle line. They are possessing, but they don't convert their chances. They have a lot of chances yesterday, but we were unable to convert them. The few chances Real Betis players had, they converted at least 70% of them. So the title race, I can't predict who is going to win the title.
It's going to be a thrilling battle.
Yes, it's going to be a tight one. But I believe that when Real Madrid, if Real Madrid comes out with their full squad, especially those in the that are injury,
like
you see, yes, Carvajal,
big issue
for them in terms of a left back position.
And even Alaba has not been able to.
I don't think Alaba's position is affecting Real Madrid because they have a lot of players playing that position. So the crucial place for Real Madrid currently is the left back.
Okay, left back. I think is currently occupied by Mendy, or the right back.
The right back, I mean.
Okay.
You see that midfielder is playing his position.
Lucas Vasquez
and Fred Valverde. So if he comes back, you see that place is at least they will play better than when he's not there. You don't see those crosses from him, those crucial crosses.
I think we have seen. I think Carvajal doesn't get the flowers that he deserves.
He doesn't
especially those crosses
those iconic crosses. Atletico Madrid can testify to those crosses.
Even Juventus.
Yes, and Liverpool.
Okay, so you see that if Real Madrid should get back all their squad back,
yes,
especially all the players that have been,
you can see that they are missing Vinicius as well.
Vinicius Junior.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he should be back in a couple of weeks, next week or thereabout.
It will do us a lot of good if he's back.
Okay. So in the Serie A, Atalanta are making headways in the league. In their last game against AC Milan, they won 2-1 with the winning goal from Ademola Lookman. Currently, Atalanta sits top of the table with 34 points, and Napoli sits second with 32 points, and Inter Milan sits third with 31 points. What do you have to say about that Serie A title race?
I think the favorite for me is Atalanta. They are pulling the strings that Napoli pulled a few years ago. Yes,
when
Osimhen was still there. Okay. And I see Ademola, it will be a big plus for Lookman Ademola to win that title. Okay. And you can see that his performances are really, really encouraging and inspiring. He
has been a pivotal player
from last season.
For that club.
Yes, from that season
they won the
Europa League against
scoring a hat-trick in the final.
Yes, and he I think he's the first, right?
Yeah, he's the first.
Win. So that I think that should go into the Guinness book of record. Yeah, so Ademola Lookman has been very, very fantastic from last season to this year. I thought he was a one-season wonder, but he's proving me wrong.
Okay.
You can see that from his game from AFCON to the league and Europa League, and then to this season, you can see that he's a fantastic player.
Okay.
So I see them winning. If they continue with this performance, especially the one they did against AC Milan.
Yeah.
If you can win AC Milan in the Serie A and you are still at the top of the table, then I see that is a big plus for you. And you are going to win.
You see that clubs, I think this season in the Serie A is going to be one of the most thrilling seasons, like the one we have seen in Bundesliga last season, where Bayer Leverkusen gave us the shock of our lives, winning the Serie A unbeaten. It's an invisible.
Yes.
Now we see that in the Serie A, clubs like Juventus, in their last game they drew 2-2. They are struggling. They are struggling.
They are still unbeaten,
Inter Milan are there. And you see that Atlanta, and finding themselves at the top of the table. So I think this season is going to be a thrilling season in
Yes,
the
it's
Serie
going
A.
to be a wonderful season for Atlanta
If they should
in
go on
particular.
if they should go on to win
Yes,
the
if
Serie
they
A
should
title
go
at
on
the
to
end of
win,
the day.
it's going to be a good performance from them.
Okay.
Yes.
Back in the English Premier League, today we'll be having Arsenal versus Fulham, Ipswich versus Bournemouth, Leicester City versus Brighton, Tottenham Hotspur versus Chelsea. So today we'll be talking about Leicester versus Brighton. We can see that Leicester have secured the former Manchester United interim manager Ruud van Nistelrooy, and in his last game, which was his first game in charge of Leicester City, he won against West Ham 3-1, and today we'll be seeing him performing against Brighton. What do you have to say with Ruud van Nistelrooy being in charge of Leicester City? What do you see? What confidence will he bring into that Leicester City squad that have been struggling this season?
You see that from his time, the few time he spent at Manchester United, he used it efficiently.
I think after that four game spell as an interim manager in Manchester United, in his interview after that game, he said that brought a lot of opportunities for him.
Yes.
That
even if I had a club as a president, I'll go for him immediately.
And he said he was able to make a choice, and I think his choice was Leicester City. Yes. And in his first game, we saw that he beat West Ham 3-1.
Yes, we can see that before he came, Leicester were a struggling team.
Yes,
I'll still say that they are still struggling, but you can see that the changes are there. Maybe it's the first manager effect, I don't know, but Van Nistelrooy, from his time spent at Manchester United, he did well. Okay. Winning 3 matches
out of 4.
And
tying
one with an informed Chelsea. So I don't think he's going to struggle that much at Leicester City if the board assist him in signing good quality players, not an early player, because I know Leicester are not used to that. They are the type of club that build and sell. Okay. So at least good players, good quality to compete for mid-table or Europa spot. Okay. He will do very, very great.
Okay, so you have confidence that in Leicester City he's going to turn things around.
And if he use his best players with his tactics, he's going to win Brighton today.
Okay.
Yes.
So in La Liga, Atletico Madrid will host Sevilla. Osasuna will lock horns with Alaves. Athletic Club versus Villarreal. Leganés versus Real Sociedad later today. And in the Serie A, Fiorentina will play against Cagliari. Verona versus Empoli. Venezia versus Como. Lazio. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Football the People's Game, to follow more of our footballing analysis. So, Iroko, thank you for having you on the show, Football the People's Game.
Once again, you are welcome for having me here.
All right. It's always fun having you on the show. Because you always say the truth about how things are, especially with Manchester United.
Yeah, you know I'm a Manchester United fan.
Okay.
You don't see the right thing and say the wrong thing. You don't turn black to white. You just need to hit the point.
Okay.
Yeah, since I'm a good Manchester United fan right from birth. So I have to say the things that pain me a lot.
Okay, so I look forward to having you on the show.
You're always welcome to have me here.
All right, thank you.
All right.